You are now tuned in to 710 Radio. We are the newest and hottest independent radio station in Colorado and on the internet. The fans named the station. With over 1 million visitors and over 10 million hits. Oh yeah, our website is going bananas. We are the newest and the hottest. This is 710 Radio. 24/7 radio. Stay tuned and tell a friend. The Dabber's Choice. With hot shows 7 days a week.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team fucking here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now
The following program is intended to educate and inform. We discuss cannabis being used as medicine, the culture, science, and controversy of cannabis and cannabis laws. We do not advocate any illegal activity. Moth Networks and their associates do not claim to be lawyers or doctors, nor do they represent themselves as such. All their comments and views are of their own personal opinion and personal experiences. Opinions and claims made by the guests and advertisers on Moth Networks are their own, and all parties agree to the Moth Network use and policy agreement. Moth Network and Moth Network associates cannot be held legally responsible for the statements of the host or of their guests. We encourage all listeners to learn their constitution, to assert their rights, acknowledge their duties, and know their individual state laws.
Hi, welcome. This is Kimberly Mateo, and I'm a traditional naturopath and a master herbalist, and I'd like to welcome you to Kingdom of Healing, and thank you for joining me today. Today I want to spend some time talking about methylation dysfunction. It's actually called methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. And the acronyms for this genetics, this gene special symbol, the official symbol of this is MTHFR. And before I really get into a lot of that, I want to get to why we're dealing with that. And in a lot of my past shows, I've talked about pH balancing, which is crucial. It's over the top crucial. The pH of your terrain, of your body's environment, it has to be in pH balance. If you're 6.0 and under, you have a system where viruses, bacteria, are multiplying, where they have opportunity. This is the type of debris and environment that they live and survive in. The other thing is, you have to pay attention to what you're eating. We live in a time where you have to be your own advocate for what you are purchasing and bringing to the table to feed your family. And we really, even with all of this information out there, we really still have too many people that think that if it's on the shelf, on the store shelf, that it's safe. I'm sorry, that's a cop-out. There's too much information out there. We live in the information age. And that's what it's about, is information. And the other thing is, so many people, are like, don't tell me what to eat. And don't tell me what to feed my children. And they want to wonder why they have such behavioral problems with their children. A lot of these foods, and we've talked about Monsanto, we've talked about the GMO, the additives into that, is Roundup Ready. Our crops are poisoned. And And the other thing is there's been so many allergies that have developed. You know, all of the prepackaged foods, the food dyes, the vaccines. You know, mercury and aluminum damage the genetic structure in our body, the RNA, the DNA. And I'm going to get into that. And these are the things that lead you to damaging a particular gene that has everything to do with the firing and the functioning of every cell in the body. And I'm here to tell you, as far as methylation, everyone has a problem with proper methylation in their body. You breathe the air. I've talked in past shows about the metric tons of poisons. You know, just breathing the air outside puts your body in an acidic environment. That's why I've talked so much about, you know, it says that we're 70% water. Technically, you know, really we're about 99% water. And, you know, alkaline water, give Greg a call. Tell him Dr. Mateo gave you the number. $895 for an awesome alkaline water machine. If you let him know that you heard about it through me, they'll give you a $25 discount. 775-432-2861. And that's Greg. And again, that number is 775-432-2861. Alkaline water, bathe those cells, get that body out of that acid environment, get your body into pH balance. So, again, we've got all of these allergies, we've got mega prepackaged foods, food dyes, vaccines, the dairy products, GMO food, corn, wheat, soy, sugar beets. You know, don't forget that sugar beets are highly sprayed with Roundup. And then what do they make the majority of the white sugar from? Sugar beets.
Right.
And so that's also where the high fructose corn syrup is made from. And, you know, we're coming into the holidays and everybody's looking at all of these recipes and, oh, yeah, they're throwing the recipes together. Take a good look at those recipes. There's other things that you can use to substitute alternatives into those recipes to make it healthier. You know, make more of your chocolate things with dark chocolate. It's higher antioxidants. Use, instead of margarine, use coconut oil. Don't use margarine. Use coconut oil. Use real butter. Buy your butter that's unsalted. Salted butter is very acidic on the pH scale. Add, if you're going to, you know, when the recipe calls for salt, add Himalayan salt. 84 different minerals and trace minerals. It's pink. Use that. Use cane sugar. Use turbinado sugar. You know, use something that has its nutrient value still in it. It's B complex, and
right.
You know, use that. You know, the CDC reports that during a 5-year period from 1997 to 2002, there was double the amount of peanut allergies reported, and that 1 in 17 children have a food allergy, and that's 1 in 17 children under the age of 3.
Wow.
I don't remember children having allergies when I was a kid 50 years ago.
Right. Well, my grandson does.
Yeah.
He has a peanut allergy.
Right. You know, and so a lot of this this goes back to this gene mutation.
Actually,
that I'm going to talk about.
He's allergic to a lot of things, actually.
It's gene mutation. It's not being able to properly break down, you know, the methylation process in the body that every cell needs to do. And I'm going to get into that. But, you know, there's been a 265% increase in allergy reactions, and that's from hospital admissions via the ER.
Wow.
265% increase in allergic reactions. People, You've got to pay attention. We're living in a time when our food supply is so insulted, adulterated with chemicals, and the air is just dumped on constantly. Look at all of the things being emitted into the air. Look at the water supply.
Right.
Look at all of the ammonia and the chlorine and the fluoride. Those are fluoride's a neurotoxin. Look at for decades. When somebody would pass away or you were done with the medication and you had a bunch of them left over, the doctor would say, "Oh, flush them down the toilet."
Right. Now, okay, so I live in unincorporated Adams County, so now I can only speak about my water, okay? Now, I've had people say, "Oh, you live in unincorporated, oh, so you got good water." I'm like,
none of it's good.
Really? Well, you come and, taste
Let's
my
go test
water
it.
and, you smell my water, and then you tell me if this is good water or not. You know what I mean? Now, the water company that I use, every year they send you out this brochure of everything that they found in the water that year. Okay, now, there was 187 different chemicals.
187 different chemicals. Man-made.
Now, that's not including all the prescription pills and all the...
Exactly.
Because, the actual number of different contaminants in the water was like 400 and some odd different contaminants. So, I mean, I know I've been in the military. I did do water sanitation and sanitizing where, we'd have to take nasty-ass water and make it potable,
Yeah, okay, right.
So, I mean, I can understand that they're doing it there, but they're using some hardcore stuff. I mean, they have to. I don't understand if their filters, how they can get all that stuff out of there and be 100% positive that it's out of there. That's where
Lots of charcoal.
Lots of charcoal.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm done. That's just kind of my point of what you were saying there.
Right.
I mean, how nasty it really is.
Now they're saying don't flush it down the toilet. Now what they want you to do is, dump all those drugs and stuff into a Ziploc baggie and, toss some rubbing alcohol in it and then throw it in a dumpster. That is what they are doing.
Okay,
that
now
is
once a
in
year,
Denver,
are they
is
not
what they are
holding a
doing.
program where you can turn in your prescription pills to...
Probably, yeah. I know that hospice takes what left over morphine and whatever drugs and stuff they've been on, and that when the patient then passes, they round up all of that, they put it in a Ziploc baggie, they dump rubbing alcohol in it, and they toss it in a dumpster. That's you're switching out where you're depositing, the toxins. It really boils down to if you will take care of your health. If you will be more mindful as to what you are consuming and what your family is consuming, you won't have the need for all the prescription drugs.
Right, just think of it this way. You take care of your car, you change its oil,
That's right.
You do its brakes, you clean the windshield, you do all this preventative maintenance on your vehicle. Why don't you consider your body as your vehicle?
It is your vehicle, and it's the only one you get.
Right.
You don't get to go buy a new vehicle when it comes to your body.
Right.
You can always replace your car.
Exactly.
But you want to...
It should be just as important to you,
more
important to you than the preventative maintenance on your car.
That's right.
But, a lot of people's priorities are kind of...
Well, they are. And, and I'm really tired of people that are... It's so expensive to eat organically. You know what? It's not. It is not. I want you to take a look at what you spend on those chips. What do you spend on those boxes of macaroni and cheese? What do you spend on pepperoni? What do you spend on all that pop? What do you spend? You need to take a look at what you're spending and where you're spending